And welcome back, everyone. Alright. I need to adjust some things. So I tried the last mission, and things did not go as planned. Alright, trying to think here. Thinking. Because I'm gonna try to do this with Chrono Charge, or Surge rather. I'll knock that down. Get that. We'll see how we do with all this.
Many of my Dark Templar have volunteered to act as scouts for us. They will
Destroyer, mothership. Might go with Dark Archons. Might give them a shot. Energizer. Might give them a shot. Again. Corsairs I'm keeping. Yeah, all that looks good. Alright. Save here.
The keystone is ready, Hierarch. We await your command.
Karax, open a channel to our entire fleet. I will address the Templar. My brethren, hear me, for there is little time left. All that remains of our race, our civilization, are those that stand beside you now, and those corrupted on the surface below. Our kind once stood as stewards of a galaxy full of promise. In our pride and division, we failed that sacred charge and fell to ruin. The Kala, designed to bring unity, ultimately only aided those divisions. Its hope was a lie. Today, that lie must come to its end. And with it, our prejudice and arrogance must become a thing of the past. For we now fight in the belief that our kind has not seen its end. That we Protoss can stand bound by a belief in unity, and that we Protoss will forge a great and mighty new civilization. Trust each other in the fight ahead. Strike as one will. Let our last stand burn a memory so bright that we will be known throughout eternity.
Alright, now to see if I can get this freaking mission right, because I tried doing what I did the previous time I did a run-through of this, but for some reason I didn't quite get there. And I think it had to do with A, not having Chrono Surge, because that helps with your initial drones, your initial probes. And then also the placement of my towers down on the bottom. I think I gave the AI a little too much wiggle room to attack me.
The keystone is in place, Hierarch. It will require time to charge to its full power.
The Nerazim stand ready, Artanis. We will hold the northern entrance to the temple.
The Purifiers and I will secure the southern approach.
And I lay claim to the primary battle line. Amon shall know my wrath firsthand.
My forces will ensure the Keystone's safety and provide for our defense. We will reinforce your warriors as we are able.
Hierarch, the Zerg surround us. But what of the Golden Armada? Disabling the Psi Matrix delayed their return, but
Amon will bring the full might of the Great Fleet to bear against us. Of that, there is no doubt. But we shall not break. We are the Daylon, united as never before. Entaro Adum,
Your executors will not be able to hold the temple entrances indefinitely. Be ready to assist them at a moment's notice.
The Shadow Guard waits.
Alright, first things first, we're going to need to get out here relatively soon. God damn it. Be in. There.
The enemy approaches. Nerazim, ready your warp blades. We shall hold the line.
Yeah, all the allies should be able to hold off for the first waves. You there!
So, Amon intends to lay siege from all directions. Step forth, Dark One, and face Alarak, High Lord of the Tal'Darim.
Okay, that there. Alright, that's good enough.
Zerg detected approaching the southern entrance. Amon is probing our defenses, searching for weakness. Show him none.
Alright, you come hither. Damn it.
The Death Fleet descends. The Death Fleet descends.
Need some pylons. Damn it, not all of you.
Amon is using the Armada's most powerful ships against the Keystone. As painful as it will be, we have no choice but to destroy them. Darkness.
Good enough.
You claim to save your people, yet here you stand, a butcher. Only desolation awaits.
Let me see how they hold off.
The Death Fleet descends.
Yeah, maybe I should just go ahead and use the thingy. What's it? Thing of it is, it's like one little slip up, and I'm just like, no, gotta redo that. That's just how I am with this mission. Although, you know, sometimes I might get a little cocky, like, oh no, we can take that, we can lick the wound there. Problem is that if they lose too many guys, it takes them a minute to get all their stuff back up, so the idea is to help them keep as much crap alive as possible. Here we go with this shit again. Spinny wheel. Come on, game. You can do it. Oh shit, that ain't good. Okay. Okay.
The Death Fleet descends.
Roll 2.
Artanis, the Golden Armada has begun attacking the Sphere of Adun. I'll try to support your forces, but we're taking heavy damage.
This vessel serves as a beacon for your hope. Your faith is misplaced.
The enemy is sending a torrent of forces down the central path. The Tal'Darim will need reinforcements.
The Death Fleet descends.
You have not enough minerals.
It is a good day, Shizai.
Another fleet of ships set a course for the Keystone. They must be repelled.
The Death Fleet descends. It is a good day, Shizai. Our triumph is at hand. It is a good day, Shizai. It is a good day, Shizai.
No.
Spear of Adun has taken a direct hit. The fabrication matrix is unresponsive. Chrono Surge can no longer be activated.
So be it. Mirage. The Death Fleet descends. The Fallen still serve.
You have not enough minerals. Warriors, a stream of enemies will be upon us shortly. Stand firm, and we shall resist them. position immediately.
God, how many fucking guys do they send over here?
Upgrade complete.
Is my battlefield. The battle begins. Our defenses have been breached, and our nexus is under attack. Where is your promised aid, Hierarch?
I like how it's an endless torrent down the middle. Yeah, here comes a fuck ton of everybody else. Fucking damn it. A stream of enemies is coming down the middle. Yeah, they're also coming from the side, they come from the top, they come from the bottom and the left. It's a fucking wonder they don't come from behind.
You have not enough minerals. Warriors, a stream of enemies will be upon us shortly. Stand firm, and we shall resist them.
I'll slow him down over there for a bit.
You must construct additional. Your allies' base is besieged. Base is under attack.
Ah, blah, blah, blah.
Base is under attack.
There was one salvation. Now all shall be consumed by the cleansing flame. Choke off. The Death Fleet descends. May I be of service? Choke off. Ice honor through valor.
That made me jump.
The assault cluster is failing. Solar Lance is offline.
The Keystone's energy matrix has reached the halfway point. We must hold on.
The Death Fleet
Detecting multiple enemies on approach. They're attacking two entrances at once.
The Death Fleet is... The sky is my battlefield. The skies...
Actually, let me send them down here.
It is a good day, Shutai.
Apparently I lost my probe again.
Hierarch, I am detecting a much larger force from the Golden Armada inbound on the Keystone. Be prepared.
Eyes to the horizon. The sky is my battlefield. The Death Fleet descends. I shall be swift. At last. The Death Fleet descends. Eyes to the horizon. At last. Joke off.
You must construct additional pylons. Base is under attack.
Make this universe as it should have been. Perfect. Descends. The sky is my battlefield. Ready for battle.
Base is under attack.
Let us attack. I stand ready. It is a good day to die.
Hull breach detected. Defensive lattice is offline. Shielding systems failing.
Only destruction awaits our foes.
You must place that in a power field. Enemies are swarming against all three entrances. Resist them, brothers. Upgrade complete. Base is under attack. Base is under attack.
Awaits our foes.
Base is under attack. Upgrade complete. Base is under attack.
Torridas. Joke off.
Base is under attack.
Golden Armada. A shining symbol of arrogance. Let your pride be your downfall. The Death Fleet descends.
God damn.
Has been breached. The Tal'Darim have been overrun. Reinforce their position immediately.
Well, they're surviving.
You have done enough, Rohana. The Keystone is approaching full power. Evade them as long as you can. Swift. Base is under attack.
Their blood is on your hands, Arcanus.
False savior.
Your defiance means their death.
Hierarch, I see an unending tide of Protoss signatures. He's sending every last one of the possessed Templar against the Keystone.
We will hold Karax. We must
Moment of truth.
rise to the
Our pylon is under attack.
I thought you'd see my way. I shall be swift.
Base is under attack.
Rise to the horizon.
Base is besieged.
The Keystone is approaching maximum energy output. Victory is nearly upon us. Do not lose hope, brothers.
Our pylon is under attack.
Let's move.
Your allies' base is besieged. Base is under attack. Our pylon is under attack. Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Allies' base is besieged.
Our defenses have been breached, and our nexus is under attack.
Oh, we lost the red.
Promise aid.
Alright, everybody, just flock to this thing.
I have no intention to die for this cause, Arcanus. If you cannot protect me, I shall not aid you.
Base is under attack. Your allies' base is besieged.
Oh, lordy. Haha, we did it.
Our pylon is under attack.
Energy matrix charged. The Keystone is ready, Hierarch.
Pull back to the Keystone. Let them come to us. Solendis. Splendis. Templar, rid yourselves of Amon. Sever your nerve cords.
Without the collar, what will we become?
Free. Believe.
Intaro Artanis!
The Dark One has been banished back into the void. For now, we are free. All of this because of you. I will bring our great dream of a unified Protoss to bear. We will gather the survivors, rebuild our cities. We will reject our old divisions and forge a new society. Together, we will shape our destiny amongst the stars.
Yay. So that was the main campaign on Brutal. Golden Armada hit by Spear of Adun. 13 ships. Oh, okay, so that's how many Spear of Adun, or how many things I killed with the Spear of Adun. Lost 58, killed 1,591. Ally Nexus lost 1. Yeah, I lost Tylorex right at the end there. Again, I got mixed feelings about that mission. It's fun, but it shouldn't just require me massing towers and, you know, the Corsairs and the Void Rays like I did. That shouldn't be how you were supposed to win. But the other problem is just how fucking endless the damn waves are, and they do not give you once it's past 50%. They do not give you a moment to just get your shit together and figure out, okay, what do I need to do now? And it's not like, because it's not like whatchamacallit, the Wings of Liberty one, where you have to basically defend 2 entrances against, the onslaught of Zerg. Where that one, I actually felt like I could manage some shit. This one, not so much. So with Wings of Liberty, I felt like they tried. This one, there's like, yep, just throw everything at once. Just make it a shitstorm. Gonna give them a lethal dose of poison. So, yeah, and that was an underwhelming ending. I don't feel anymore like, oh yeah, that was awesome. Like with Wings of Liberty, I was like, oh, okay, where could they go? And then Heart of the Swarm was like, yeah, I beat an asshole to death, aka Minsk. I almost worded that weirdly, but whenever you say asshole, it can always be taken out of context. But you brought down a tyrant here. It's like, yeah, you freed a bunch of people, but think about the cinematics that Blizzard does. I mean, the ones in between I felt were better. This one was just, yay, you did it, hooray, okay, Zertul, thanks for everything. All right, we're going to rebuild all right, have a nice day, everybody. Like the cinematic with Artanis doing his last man stand, or the one with Kerrigan and Artanis taking on a hybrid. Those are fucking awesome. This was just, here you go, here's the ending, have fun. And even the epilogue's final cinematic, I mean, it did have that sense of closure, but the way that you know who bites the big one is just like, oh, okay, yay, I did it. You know, like in Warcraft 3 when Archimon died, you know, it's like he's at the apex of his power. There was some legit story build up to it. Like there was what's the word? Yeah, there was just some story to it. It was, Archimon thinks he's on top of his game. He thinks he's got this shit down. He's at the tree, and lo and behold, oh shit, what have I, oh crap, it's a trap. Or the cinematic in Frozen Throne, you have, it's not really part of the cinematic, but you have Illidan fight Arthas, and then you think Illidan, he's gained all this power up to this point, and Arthas just offs him. Or not offs him, but I think in Warcraft 3 he was supposed to be quote-unquote dead, but World of Warcraft resurrected him. But, I mean, if I'm going off my own thing, like, no, Arthas didn't kill him, he just wounded him to death. Wounded him to death? Wow. He just wounded him. But even when he makes that ascent and unites, and then him and the Lich King become one, it's like, oh shit, what the hell's going to happen next? World of Warcraft's going to happen next. And from what I heard, Wrath of the Lich King was a complete and utter bust in terms of how they handled Arthas. There were some people saying it should have been similar to how Kerrigan was, where basically he gets liberated, cleansed of the Lich King or whatever the fuck. I don't know how they would have done it. I honestly don't take WoW's story seriously. I don't care for WoW, so if they do Warcraft 4, I hope they completely ignore World of Warcraft. I mean, I don't mind them taking elements from it and slapping it in, but if they do a Warcraft 4, it needs to pick up where 3 left off. It needs to. Otherwise, people who didn't play WoW are going to be out of the loop. They'll be like, who the fuck's this? Who the fuck's that? What the hell's this? Because 1, 2, and 3, they all connect. There's a clear-cut connection, but anyways, I've gone way off track talking about Warcraft. And that's a different discussion for a different day, but I just felt like Legacy of the Void was probably the most underwhelming. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there were characters I liked. There were parts of it I liked. I liked the Spear of Adun aspect. I liked the ability to, flip-flop between units, kind of change your tactics and stuff. But, like, even on hard, it's like they just throw the most obnoxiously strong guys at you to where you just need to build your own obnoxiously strong guys and be able to beat their obnoxiously strong guys as opposed to having some actual tactics going on here. Because, I mean, what was it for that one with the Rakshir? All I did was Mass Void Rays and possess a few guys with Dark Archons, and I went from, I don't know, I didn't keep the footage, but I went from basically struggling to beating that mission, not once, but twice, while getting the bonus objectives. I was like, to me, getting the bonus objectives was like, oh yeah, I forgot to get those. Here, let me rewind and go get them. Because that's, the campaign shouldn't really help gear you towards being good at multiplayer because of all the units you get, because you don't get Dark Archons or Goliaths or anything like that in the multiplayer. Multiplayer has its own set. Plus, the only upgrades you need to focus on are, well, in the case of Zerg, it's upgrading, from a Spire to a Greater Spire, or in the case of just the Frost and Terrence, just your, attack upgrades and armor upgrades. That's it. Everything else is auto-taken care of, which frees up a lot of resources, and I can't even imagine doing the campaigns with those, having to research those every time. Because, like, if you had to research those, you would have to have, like, a clear idea of what you're doing. And I will attribute it also to the fact that I am not as familiar with this campaign, or with the epilogue for that matter, as I am with Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm. But again, just something about Legacy of the Void feels off to me when it comes to the campaign. The story is fine. I like the story. The ending was just underwhelming. That's all it was. It was just kind of like, yeah, okay, we won. Woohoo. But that being said, I still want to see a StarCraft 3. I'm not saying Blizzard made a shit game here, or a shit expansion to a game, I should say, but I just felt like there could have been more, especially with how much time they put in between each expansion. I mean, this game took what? Wings of Liberty came out in 2010. Heart of the Swarm came out in 2013, I believe. Yeah, it was was it 2012? Shit, when did it come out? Because I know, I got back from, it was 2012. It had to have been. It was like November of 2012, I think. I could be wrong. I think it was, though. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Anyways, and then Legacy of the Void came out in 2015. Yeah, it came out last November. And I don't know. I mean, I just felt like this one was maybe my expectations were too high, but I just felt like this campaign as a whole was underwhelming. Because I feel like Brutal should push you to your limits, not make you resort to just using 2 unit types and a spam shitstorm of turrets. Because, I mean, the idea is to just stall them as long as possible, but I don't like last stand missions. But with Wings of Liberty, I could forgive it because there's actually a dynamic to it. You need to utilize everything you've gained up to this point to win. Here, I didn't even use half the shit that I worked for here. I used 2 fucking units. I used Corsairs, and I used Void Rays. I didn't use Colossi, I didn't use Dark Archons, or the Sentries, Zealots, Stalkers, Dragoons. I didn't use any of that. So it begs the question of, well, what was the point of me building all this up if I'm just going to use 2 fucking units to get the fucking job done? It just feels lazy. Maybe it's lazy on my end, maybe I wasn't creative enough, but I just find something that works and I roll with it, but it shouldn't be that simple. It shouldn't be that hard, but it also shouldn't be that simple, if you get what I mean. The tasks that you have to do should not be that fucking hard. Or, not hard, but it shouldn't be that ridiculous. Because it's not making you think. Sending a fucking swarm of guys at you, it's either you have it or you don't have it. And if you don't have it, well, fuck, you gotta start all over. But if you have it, it's like, hey, great, you win. But the endless stream of guys, that's not helping somebody formulate a gameplay style for an RTS. Yeah, overwhelming odds, that's cool and all. Wings of Liberty, I felt that, but I also felt like I could have some room to breathe a bit when things just started going down. It's like, oh, my defenses fell a bit, but I can get back up. Here, your shit falls, you're fucked. So that's my gripe with this. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but I just felt like Blizzard wasn't really trying. They were just, let's throw a shitstorm of guys at them and let them have fun. And, well, it may be overwhelming, but, or not overwhelming. I shouldn't even say overwhelming, because feeling overwhelmed is fine. But feeling ridiculously overwhelmed to the point where it's just silly. Where it's just like, okay, this is a bit much. And if I'm being perfectly honest, the Zerg attacks were fine. I didn't have an issue with the Zerg attacks. It was always the Protoss ones that were getting to me. But even when it's like there's a torrent of enemies, how many fucking Ultralists did you see? How many damn aberrations and all this other shit? Which, I felt like the Zerg attacks should have been constant. Like, groups of Zerglings come in, occasionally an Ultralisk, occasionally a group of aberrations or something like that. The Protoss attacks should have been the one where I was like, alright, I need to get the fuck over here. With the Protoss ones, it's like, shit, I gotta get over here, but there's Zerg over there, but there's guys over here, or this guy's dying. And the amount of minerals they give you, and the amount of resources they give you is fine. It's just the time. If you don't do the right things within the right set of time, you're fucked. And I don't like that. Wings of Liberty, I have breathing room. Hell, Heart of the Swarm, I could just do shit at my own fucking leisure. Because once the Odin comes, it's like, alright, just, have a ball, go up there. Which, I'm assuming that's what the final mission of this camp, or of the epilogue is. Amon starts taking out your bases, or he goes after one of your AI buddies, then your other AI buddy, then he comes after yours. And for that one, you need to figure out which one he goes after first, because it's like, okay, I need to expand there first. Which, I need to rewatch my footage so I know which one he takes out first, so I know which one to develop first. To which, I'm not sure how I feel about that either. I mean, you do get plenty of time to get all the resources, plenty of fucking time, but at the same time, I'm wondering how I'm going to fucking do that last mission. Hell, I'm not even sure I'm going to do the second last mission, because if you thought that I'm having issues with this one, or that I feel this one is a gimp, if that's even the right fucking word, that's a weird word to use. But the second to last mission is just stupid, ridiculous. Because your AI partners are idiots, and all they do is just send the groups of the strongest guys at you. Which, that one I'm just gonna need to talk about that one once I get to it, because ugh. I think they picked the right race for that mission. They really did, because the Terrans are the ones to hunker down and defend shit. But at the same time, I'm just like, my God, there's so much shit going on. And again, it has more to do with time. It's not the resources, it's time. I'm not saying give me 1,000,000 minutes or something like that. I'm just saying give me some fucking room to breathe. That's all I'm asking for. Brutal, I get it. It's supposed to be hard as shit. But it shouldn't be so hard that I get frustrated within the first 5 minutes. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best at this game or that, oh, I'm so good. How can this be overwhelming to me? They must be being unfair. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm mediocre. I would say I'm slightly above average, but I'm not like, as good as those people that do those like Blizzard tournaments, the BlizzCon tournaments and stuff like that, like Life, SOS, and all them. I'm not nearly as good as them. They would kill me in like 2 minutes flat on a StarCraft game. I'm not even in the same league as them. Hell, what was that one European dude's Lilbo or something like that? He got his ass creamed. But even then, I think he could whoop my ass on this game. But who knows? Anyways, I've rambled on for almost 10 minutes. This is actually a rant. This was a rant. Because I want to say, look at how I did on Wings of Liberty. Look at how I did on Heart of the Swarm. And look at how I did here. And tell me I'm not making at least some sense. Because I don't know what it is with this campaign. Even with the Protoss campaign in the original, yeah, it was extra challenging, but I didn't feel, ridiculously cheated. Even Brood War wasn't that bad. Warcraft 3 on hard, but the last mission I lost because I'm just not up to par with it. That mission, I'm not faulting that mission. I'm faulting my own inability to play it. Because I'm like, yeah, it's the last mission, it's supposed to be tough as shit. And this one is kind of in that weird flip-flop where the second last mission is actually more challenging than the final one. From what I'm seeing on the internet. But we'll find out when I get there. Well, if I get there, considering I might just fucking rage quit for that second to last mission. But anyway, folks, it's almost 50 minutes, and I shall see you all in the next video where hopefully I'm feeling a little bit better. Excuse me, shit. Ugh. Anyways, see you all next time.